What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with another review video. This time it's for Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. This is a played and beat game for me. I beat it on stream and I did a let's play for it. So it's going to be me streaming it. So it's not just the video game you'll be seeing on the let's play, but also me talking to everybody that was in the room. I definitely loved this game. And I want to tell you some of the stuff I loved about it. So I want to go into gameplay first. In gameplay, it's not a traditional, like, because this is a fighting game, if you're not aware, but this doesn't play like a fighting game. For the main campaign, you are like walking around and then you go into fight scenes, so you can explore the world a little bit and then get into fight scenes. I mean, the big crux of this game is a fighting game. This is what it is. It's a fighting game. But I do like that it added maps. It added things to find in the maps. They're not really well hidden. You'll be able to see like stuff sparkling here or there in the maps, but it's definitely in the maps, and you'll see it when you're running around. You fight, obviously you're a demon slayer, so you're fighting demons while you're on these maps, and you'll fight some of the ones that you see in the anime and some regular ones. And I do like that it's not just a fighting game, because to be fair, I've never played a lot of fighting games, but I hear a lot of the fighting games don't, like, it's just a little bit of story and then fight, a little bit of story and then fight. This one had a really, like, you had to walk, wander, and move around the map, and I really liked that. That it was a fleshed out kind of story, and it wasn't just any regular old fighting game for me, which I could appreciate. Like I said, this is based on Demon Slayer Season 1. So you won't find anything after the Mugen Train movie in this series. So it starts from Season 1 all the way to the Mugen Train. They did add some DLC characters from after the Mugen Train, but those are just DLC characters, not in the storyline. And so let's get into story. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the story, since I don't want to assume that everybody knows the story of Demon Slayer, because I only know it because I watched the anime. Anyway, so you are Tanjiro, and you have a family that lives in the mountains, and you go off to sell coal one day, and you are out there selling coal for your family super late one day, and you get stuck in the storm, or it's getting really dark, and you had a neighbor was like, hey, you can't climb up there at this hour, just go in the morning. And in the morning you find that your whole family has been massacred and brutally attacked. And you know, that's a hard blow for Tanjiro. Like I said, this happens in the very beginning, so this is not really spoilers. And the only one who's kind of still alive is Nezuko. And Nezuko is turned into a demon. So, like, literally she's trying to kill Tanjiro for a little bit. And something, you know, Hashira comes over and tries to kill his sister, because now she's a demon, and Hashira is like a demon slayer with a high-ranking demon slayer, and so he's trying to kill his sister, and Tanjiro refuses to let the Hashira kill his sister. And at that point, for some reason, something snaps in Nezuko, and she decides not to kill her brother, but defend him. And so that's where we are with, like, that whole situation. The Hashira sends Tanjiro over to some master, I don't remember his name, and that's where the game starts, is you're training at that master's home to become a demon slayer. He sends you off to the Demon Slayer Academy so that you can try to find a cure for your sister, because Tanjiro doesn't want her to be a demon. Obviously he doesn't want to have to kill her, so he's training to become a demon slayer to find a way to save his sister's life, which is how you get caught up in the whole demon slayer thing. And while Nezuko is while Tanjiro's off taking the test, Nezuko is being in a deep sleep, and they put a bamboo stick in her mouth, like the one you see on my shirt, and she can't bite through to attack anybody. Right now she's never tasted blood, so she's never eaten a human or bitten into a human. And so Tanjiro really, doesn't want that for his sister, and he is desperately trying to heal her. And that is why you are on your quest to begin with. You start at your teacher's home, and then they backtrack the story for you, and you find, like, in gameplay you'll find these shards everywhere, and the movie pieces that you don't go through in the story will be there so that you can see them on the home hub map, and then you can click them and see what happened in that scene. So it gives you the story a little convoluted. It's not a straight story from start to finish. The pieces will be scattered around, and you have to look for them to complete to complete your understanding of Demon Slayer, which I don't know if I like that way of storytelling. I usually like to go from start to finish. I think they were just trying to not bore anybody, and so that you had a lot of fights. There was one chapter in this game that was just cutscenes. It was like literally just cutscenes, so I get why they did it like that, but I was like, yo, I was an hour just watching cutscenes. And this game is not long to beat, guys. I think I beat it over a 6 episode session. Each chapter is about an hour if you're looking for everything in the map, and if you fight well. I feel like the only time I was having difficulty in fighting was when I got to the last 2 chapters, and the last chapter specifically, where the boss fights were a lot harder for me. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fighting game expert. I don't really enjoy fighting games. This would be like the first fighting game that I play on the Switch, like from start to like finish. And so I'm not familiar with the button pressing and how to press this and this to make this happen. So that's not something I was familiar with. They do a good job teaching you, and then you can see movesets and all that stuff as you progress in the storyline. You are also given a couple of characters. So you're given the main characters. You have Tanjiro, which is your main character. You have Nezuko, his sister. You have Yunosuke and Zenitsu. Are the 4 characters you can play as during the whole story mode, and then the other characters are unlocked for you once you get into the fighting versus mode. And so let's get into versus mode for a little bit. With versus mode, I am not great, like I said, at fighting games, so I had a hard time doing online battles. I struggled so very hard. To be fair, there are not a lot of people playing Demon Slayer on the Switch, and it was a little struggle to find the people who were playing. And the one or two times that I was doing good against opponents, they disconnected, so I wasn't happy about that. I'm like, I'm good against these opponents. And the 1 or 2 times that I was playing with some people that were kind of my same skill level, they DC'd, so that wasn't fun. Otherwise, I was getting pummeled in the multiplayer, which is fine because I actually just bought it for the story mode and not, even though it's a fighting game, I bought it for the story mode and not for the fighting. You can play this game as well offline in local co-op. So if you're sitting next to a friend who likes Demon Slayer as well, or who likes fighting games in general, this game can be played offline in local co-op, as most fighting games can. Okay, let's get into ratings. So my rating for Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba would be 4.5. I really like the way this, it followed true to the anime. It didn't add but one thing that wasn't in the anime, and it really followed and was very true to the anime. I didn't mind the fighting, like I said, and it was super nice to be able to play a fighting game from start to finish that didn't just have fighting, it had maps and things to do in the story mode. So I really like that, and I also really just like Demon Slayer. So for me, this was a great game. It's not even an expensive game. It came out for $60, but every time I look to see what the price is current, it's always at $40. So it's not an overpriced game. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review of Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles. Bye!